what happened this week with Brett Kavanaugh and his accuser, Dr. Christine Blasey Ford, the professor from Stanford. I think a lot of different things are going on this week, and I just want to tell you what I think about everything. So, I, this is really complicated. I'll tell you up front. I believe that what Dr. Christine Ford said is true. I believe that whatever she claimed happened at that party, even though I wasn't there, I believe she's telling the truth. And I say that only because I don't think she'd have a reason to lie. Do people make up stories like this? Yes, it has happened. But that's usually motivated by money or revenge or something. And you could argue that she's trying to get revenge on Judge Kavanaugh trying to become a justice. That's a real argument. But most of the times when you accuse someone of doing like that, there really aren't any consequences if you're wrong or if you're caught lying. You might make someone really angry. You might waste a few $100s in lawyer fees, or maybe more than that, I'm not sure. But you don't go through the public shaming like she's going through right now, and she's joining this total political partisan food fight only to get, if you think she's making this up, she's doing all that only to get back at some guy who maybe she was upset with in high school and hasn't talked to in almost 40 years. I don't see that adding up. I don't agree with how she's handled this whole situation. She was invited to testify. I think she should have done that, or should plan on doing that when they offer her the date. So I don't think she's handled everything perfectly, but I do think she's telling the truth. I also want to say though that the Democrats, to me, at least the Democratic Senate, the senators on the Judicial Committee, are not handling this with her best interests in mind. I feel that they are politicizing this and trying to do everything they can to delay the vote. They are more interested in making sure Judge Kavanaugh does not become Justice Kavanaugh than doing right by Dr. Ford. I think both things can be true, and I think the Republicans are more interested in the same thing, except the opposite. They're more interested in Judge Kavanaugh becoming Justice Kavanaugh and don't really care much about Dr. Ford. I think all three of those things are true. I think Christine Blasey Ford is telling the truth. I think the Democrats nor the Republicans really care about it, but their motivations are opposite. Just Christine Ford's motivations line up more with the Democrats than the Republicans, but at the end of the day, this is a mess, and I feel you can think that she is telling the truth, yet you can also think that Judge Kavanaugh should be a justice based on merit. I think it's also possible for someone who was in high school who got drunk at a party, who tried to sexually assault someone, to realize it was wrong and become a decent human being. I know that's controversial. It is an awful thing to do, don't get me wrong, but I'm just trying to think about it logically. I'm conflicted. But I really think 40 years later, if there aren't any other cases or accusations against him in this regard, or in any regard related to sexual assault, I think it's possible that he might have realized he did something terrible, and he could become a decent judge, or a decent justice on the Supreme Court. I also think I don't want him to, because I don't agree with his political positions. He couldn't answer a simple question about gay rights, or from Cory Booker about should gay or homosexuals or LGBT, how you want to say it, be protected under the law upon being fired by an employer. He couldn't say yes or no. I also am worried about his stances on presidential veto power and executive power. I think he is going to be very loyal to President Trump about a lot of different things. I mean, I can't really get too specific. I don't know, but he couldn't answer a question on the merits of the 25th Amendment, or if the president is above the law in certain regards. I don't know the specifics of it. I can't remember, but I saw the answer and I didn't feel good about what he said. So I hope he's not a justice for those two reasons. But this accusation 4 years ago, while I believe true, I don't think, personally at least, and again, I'll admit I've never been sexually assaulted, so I don't have that emotional connection to it. But I don't think that alone is enough to make him not a justice. So I really hope that people argue for the other reasons than that one. That's my take. What's yours?